Carhartt started 130 years ago, 1889. Hamilton Carhartt was our founder, and one of the things that Hamilton was really strong on, hard work and outfitting hard workers with durable and reliable workwear. So we really value that, and that's core to who we are as a business. Hard work, integrity. It's really important for us that whoever we bring in as a supplier, whoever we look at from a technology perspective, also has that same mantra as well. We predominantly were a manufacturer for a long time, and then we've got into the direct-to-consumer business over the last 8 years. That direct-to-consumer business has really taken off for us. Our brand has really taken off. In the last 10 years, we've doubled so that we're now over $1 billion in revenue.
That kind of growth, 50 to 100% growth on year, creates challenges for a company. So you have to get better about managing your resources.
The number of systems, we've substantially gone from really doubling of the number of systems that we've had to then you add in the complexity of cloud, you add in the complexity of virtualization, you add in the complexity of just the amount of people that it takes to support this, and you come up with an equation that basically says this: we need help. One of the things we were looking at for any supplier, we're looking at, can they help us with our growth? We need to be able to take what's happening in our application world and that the growth that's experienced there and the amount of monitoring that's going on there and bake that into a product and a system that can actually dynamically allocate and move us forward in growth as well. Black Friday is extremely important for us as a retailer. We see a large percentage of our business really booming on Black Friday.
We were having lots of performance issues. Everything started to double to the point where we didn't have enough resources to run all of our servers.
The systems have to be reliable, they have to be available, and they have to be able to have the capacity to perform.
And we knew the code was working properly because the developers weren't seeing any errors in the logs. We knew the hardware seemed to be working properly, but we kept having performance spikes. We kept having orders dropping, and we kept having issues where we couldn't find a solution. We were worried. We had people staying up for 24-hour periods trying to keep the system alive.
If we're down for an hour, that could be a large order. We could miss out on hundreds of thousands of dollars during a Black Friday.
Me, my vice president, Tim, and several other members of the team made the decision finally to turn Turbonomic on with its integration into App Dynamics. And that gave us the answer. That told us where we needed to go on what specific server and what setting to change to fix the performance issues for that application. And we found that even without adding hardware, just by resizing some virtual machines and balancing things in a different way, we were able to get our host from a point where we were running hot and having performance issues to everything was actually performing the way we expected it to. Ultimately, because we were able to keep the servers up, because we were able to improve performance, because we were able to fix things quickly, we had a record-breaking year and we had a record-breaking quarter. The 5 days after Black Friday ended up being some of our best grossing days in the company's history.
And we couldn't have done it without Turbonomic.